that talking stage is going nowhere. And if at all you push things to a notch higher, then you'll find that it will end in tears. Hello guys, welcome to Reality Unfiltered. My name is Jay.
I'm Cess.
So, have you ever wondered, let's say you are in this talking stage and you're not getting to understand how things are. So today we want to talk about signs that the talking stage is going nowhere. But before I start, I think I first wanted to expound on what talking stage is. So according to me, I would say, because people have different explanations revolving around talking stage. So for me, I would say talking stage, that period whereby people start talking, immediately after exchanging contacts, so you get to talk, you get to know the likes and the dislikes of the other. You get to know if you're compatible for you to at least graduate to another step of the relationship. So that's my take. I don't know, what's your take?
I could say this is the introductory part of either friendship or relationship. Maybe for you to know if you will continue to the next step or not. Yeah.
So you categorically said friendship.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. For us men, we don't have talking stage, by the way. And the funny thing is that I'll tell you one thing about men.
Okay.
For us men, you can find somebody's my friend, but I even don't know the name.
Yeah. I've ever experienced that.
Yeah, you can find we've been friends for even a year and we don't know each other's names. Anyway,
yeah,
that's the interesting part of a male relationship. So let us get our hands dirty and talk about some of these signs that you think can clearly indicate that our talking stage is going nowhere. So to start with, I'll say mixed signals. If I told this person is hot, cold today, today maybe they text you full of energy. You can tell the energy.
Yeah.
You can tell today this person is so happy. There's that energy. You can tell just from the way they text. So you can tell from the energy. You can tell maybe from the language they're using. Yeah, you can just pick the vibe. So if you're getting some mixed signals, you'll be like, is this talking stage going somewhere or not? You'll be like 50-50. So for such a case, if you're getting mixed signals, it's a clear indication that talking stage ain't going anywhere. Though it also depends. I think for me it also depends with also the other person. Maybe the kind of the relationship that they want. Do they want something serious or for fun? So if you can be in a situation where you want something serious, but that person wants something for fun, or vice versa. So if you are reading from different scripts, then at the end of the day, there'll be mixed signals. So you want to be able to clearly distinguish whether he or she is into it. So it's a clear indication that talking stage is going on. What would you say from your end?
I think inconsistency. Yeah, maybe in texts or calls or meetups and all that. You see, sometimes when you're texting a person, then they're texting back after maybe a day or long hours.
Okay.
It's just boring. Yeah, and maybe missed calls, they're not returning the missed calls.
Okay.
Or they don't call back like expected or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's a very sensitive topic for the gun child. should somebody take before reply? You know, what is the grace period you've given them?
Maybe it will
or
depend.
not necessarily according to you, according to the guides, and you know.
It will depend.
Yeah.
With what you do, or maybe your circle. Yeah, sometimes when you're with your parents, you can receive some calls, or you can't, you are always busy, or sometimes you're at work, so it depends. But of course, I will know you from day one. You're expected to tell me maybe what you do, or yeah, where you spend most of your time, so that I can know when to text or when to call. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. Okay, next I'd say surface level conversations. In this sense, now let me set a common ground. Let's assume this individual said both have, or okay, the person here at stake wants something serious. You know, for something to be serious, then technically it means that you have to, you're geared towards having something long term. So for you to have something long term, then it means you also need to have the deep conversations, get to understand each other in depth, so that you can know if you're compatible, if at the end of the day you'll be able to, you know, coexist. So if at all this person, most of the time they keep on dodging, let's say for example you bring up something so deep, like for example in this day and age so many people have mental health issues, so maybe you address something that regards to mental health, like for example if somebody is open to therapy and so on, and then they become dodgy. If let's say you have to know maybe how they relate with their siblings, their parents and so on, because so that will give you also an overview of the nature of this person. So if at all they dodge the very deep and sensitive conversations, then it's a clear inference that talking stage ain't going anywhere. So it's just a message, you know. Sometimes one time I was talking to a friend, and this friend was like, you know, is it that this friend of mine was telling me that there's this lady, you know, they were dating some guy, and this guy took so long to propose. And what I told this friend of mine that the fact, you know, silence also communicates. The fact silence is communication and so on. So also dodginess, the fact that these people are dodging some critical conversations, it's crystal clear that talking stage ain't going anywhere. So you should just call everything off, or just have fun. As you, I know the nature of, I don't know females. I'm told females, what females do. Sometimes they just hang on as they wait for a better person. I don't know if that's true. Like they literally get somebody and just have fun as they look for a better guy. Then once they get the better guy, then drop this as a guy instantly, and continue the new relationship. I don't know. Is it true?
Yeah.
Like you can just date some. It's like you're holding this one as you wait for some.
Yeah, it happens.
Some better alternative. So it happens.
Yeah.
Wow. But I think men also do the same.
Oh no.
I really think, yeah. You know, in this day and age, the men are also enlightened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
So what would you say from your end is an indication that that talking stage is going nowhere?
Maybe talk about secrecy. This kind of a person who is always playing low in everything. Maybe you don't even know their names, you don't know their family members, you don't know what they do, and they are always low. They even tell you a lie about where they come from and their names. Imagine their name.
Yeah. I've seen such kind of narratives. I've seen.
Yeah, and okay, to some extent that's okay. Maybe if you don't want people to know you because you hold some positions in the society, but again, you will find out later this was just a normal person. There was nothing they were protecting. They were just playing through. Maybe they weren't there fully. They just want maybe to pass time or just to get to know you while they're hiding their part.
Okay, so maybe to support your statement, I'll say this. In this day and age, and we'll also get into some of these things. At time in one of our videos, we'll be talking about the dating apps and so on. I've heard of nowadays we have men that are professional. They don't like ladies. So most of these guys, they are, once they discover they are very attractive, they know, like, at the end of the day, any lady will fall for me, So what they do, they start such kind of relationships. So they can maybe approach a lady and stuff. Then they start talking. So you find that such kind of guys are the same guys who exhibit the characters you're talking about. They're very secretive. You'll never get to understand them in details. And all this is geared towards them benefit, because you find mostly they target women who are financially stable. Then they get into relationship with them. Then they siphon money from them and so on. So and they are so good at what they do. You'll not easily get to know that this person is playing me, you see. So it's very important. So for you to be able to at least foresee such characters, once you get to ask this person some questions and they're like very secretive, they don't know where they live. Most of the time they'll be coming to your place. See? Yeah. So you'll find that that talking stage is going nowhere, and if at all you push things to a notch higher, then you'll find that it will end in tears. Yeah. So that's very true. I agree with you. So I'll also say,
maybe before you go to the next, maybe I could say people should also be able to differentiate. Maybe this person who is hiding the reality or whom they are, and this person who is just hiding maybe to protect something or maybe protect themselves.
Okay.
And there are people who just lie for nothing, but they're always playing low with no reason. They're just like that. I mean, it's maybe their nature or something. But
to play low.
Yeah, they're always playing low.
Okay, give me an example. Give me a real scenario.
Okay, maybe I meet a guy, then they lie about their name. They lie about their job, they lie about their residence, and they're, maybe it's not good to say a nobody, but they don't have the status of the community or society.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was saying there is this kind of a man who will maybe lie to protect himself. Maybe you are a CEO or something like that.
Okay.
But maybe you just want to play low. I mean, that's okay. But there are these men who just lie. They're always very secretive about themselves, their circle. You can never know their friends, you can never know their family members. Yeah, I think personally I'll back off. Yeah. Okay,
that's interesting. And maybe to support that, I'll only agree with this part whereby, though sadly I would say hiding may not necessarily be good, but I know sometimes, maybe let me explain the mind of men sometimes. When you ask a man, one of the biggest insecurities men have is matters to do with finances. So when you ask him about his job, if he's a maybe very financially stable person, they're likely, some may tell you I'm this and this, some may do the opposite. I'm still trying to get my ground here and there, so that at least they can be able to know if that lady loves him for who he is, or it's because of his money. Yeah. So some guys that, but the idea of lying, giving the wrong name, then that's not good. But maybe you can give some grace. I don't know.
It's not. It's not.
Okay, I don't know.
How can you lie about your name?
Yeah, that's not nice. That's wrong. But let me ask you this.
Okay.
Assume you're a guy. And one thing, let's say you're a guy and you have this insecurity. Let's say maybe you're in your previous relationship, you are in a relationship with this lady, then all of a sudden maybe you had financial issues, then she left. Do you think in the next relationship you'll easily come out clean and say, let's say maybe something happened and you got back on your feet, maybe you even got some promotion and initially and then maybe eventually got a stable job. Do you think you'll be in a position to, because once bitten twice shy.
Yeah.
So do you think you'll be in a position to maybe tell a lady you've just met that I'm a CEO, I earn 8 million every month, such kind of things, or I have 6 figures and so on, that's my salary?
For the many years I've lived, no one has ever told me about their salaries.
Okay.
So I think my problem is, you are lying, then not to keep me. You're just lying, not even to protect yourself, not to keep me. You're just lying because you are like that. Yeah. You're protecting
okay.
You don't have status in the community or society. Yeah.
Okay.
You can be maybe a stepson to the president, and I don't know. That would be cool when you play low.
Okay.
Then you're just a normal person, maybe a primary teacher, school teachers. Yeah, maybe a primary teacher, and you never mention about it.
Okay.
You're always so low on your job. Yeah, that's wrong.
For me, I would say one thing men identify as red flag is when a woman is so quick to get to know about what he makes feel like. I'm here, let us talk about me. Maybe I would say to level the ground, I think it's safe. I know there's a top checklist item for women, but what I would say, let it not appear so early. Especially during the talking stage.
Okay.
Yeah, some things you can just get to know in the time.
It's okay, but I could say as women, ladies, girls, who ask you like 80% on our first date. We ask many questions.
Okay.
We just want to know at least for us to make a decision if we are into this or out. Just as I mentioned before in our other videos, for us women, for us girls and ladies, once we tolerate you, we are in.
Okay.
So maybe we just ask many questions on our first date.
Or you can't balance 50-50.
Just to be sure if we are keeping you or not. I don't mean I want to know your salary, I want to know what you do exactly, but just tell me you work maybe for the county, that's enough. Or maybe you work in an institution, that's enough.
Okay.
At first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well said. So I'll also say, for example, if there's this person, you're talking and there's something inside you telling you something is amiss. Sometimes you're making service with somebody, and this person told me that most of the time, most of our failures in life, or most of the mistakes we make in life, are caused by the fact that we tend to ignore that feeling, that thing that tells you that something is amiss, and there's something that's not adding up. So if at any point in time you get to feel like something is amiss, something's not adding up, then you should take a keen interest and follow and do some more research. You can be smart enough and just do some research and get to know why things are not adding up. Because for somebody to be a good liar, you have to be of good memory. Because if you don't have a sound memory, if you're very forgetful in nature, you want to be a good liar. Exactly. Because you'll say this today, then this the other day, this the other day. So at the end of the day, things will not add up. But if you're speaking the truth, you'll say for the truth, and at all times things will always be adding up. So I think all liars should always be having notebooks where you capture, today I said this lie, you write it down so that you can remember.
Yeah,
Yeah. So if you feel deep down that something is amiss, just get to know that that technicity is going nowhere.
Okay.
So you just better terminate the whole thing.
Okay.
So what would you say from your end?
Maybe for the part that already talked about, that is it. Maybe add something else. I could talk of lack of emotional intimacy. This is whereby sometimes when you are maybe with this person, when they are hugging you, you're not feeling anything, and touching you maybe for greetings, even a handshake. There is no connection at all. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, sometimes you even don't want them to hug you. I mean, it's just our first meetups and you're totally off. Yeah, that will completely show you it's
so to me,
moving.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's technically it's linked to the gut feeling, huh?
Yes.
Okay, you feel like something is amiss.
Yeah, but I could say it's the you are closest. Maybe I could say the touch. Yeah. So I believe, and I don't know if that's true, but when you touch me, I could feel.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I could feel either okay or goosebumps or something.
Okay.
Yeah, if we are hugging or something. So I think sometimes you don't want even to hug this person. So if you did it yesterday, today you feel like I'll not repeat that. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't know. For guys, I don't know. I think for guys, I would say, for us, maybe that may not, we are wired differently. But that's one thing people should get to understand. Females and males are different.
Totally.
Yeah. So, I know for people, it's more of emotions. For us, it's more of reality. Like, their logic, like, this making sense, So, I respect your point of view. Another thing I'd say,
Right. It's short, but maybe we could wait for girls to write for us.
I think let's comment. Tell us in the comment section.
Personally, that's a very great point.
If when you hug somebody, you just feel like something's amiss.
You just feel no.
Okay.
Or maybe, I'm sorry to say this, but sometimes you feel they're not that fresh, but something is off about just their body.
So, do you think this could come from the fact that you've not properly bonded with them?
Not really, because we're just having our first meetups, and there are people when you're meeting for the first time, they're just cool. You just feel hugging them.
So, is it based on the bond or the appearance?
Appearance.
So it's based on the appearance.
Yeah, because it's our first or second time. Meetups. Yeah.
Okay, and also say, when you're talking with this person, and maybe you've tried to initiate, maybe you've tried to ask them if maybe you can meet in person and talk more, because very personally, I think, especially when people are getting to know each other, it's also very good for them to integrate physical meetups. In this sense, the fact that most of the conversation happens via text, by the mobile and so on, I still think that it's good to meet in person, because this technology has its own effects. Somebody could be telling you, sending you yes, with the smiling emojis, but the actual thing is different. So,
maybe.
Not really. I've never seen somebody that smile. So,
some people don't.
Okay.
They're always very serious.
Okay.
The frown face.
Okay.
But the chats are very active and they are vibe.
Maybe it could be because of shyness. When you're meeting for the first time, there's that anxiousness that comes with meeting somebody for the first time, and especially when all that is geared towards some romantic relationship. There are those butterflies, the heart is beating so fast and so on.
Yeah, but you are a man in this. I'm expecting you to be even more active than me.
Oh, okay, maybe let me just say something. Okay, you're right, but let me just say one thing. Approaching a lady is never easy.
Oh.
Yeah. And let me tell you, but let me just correct some notion that maybe ladies go wrong. There's no school that teaches a male to be a man. So most ladies grow up that a man should have this kind of behavior.
Should be strong.
Yeah, there's no school that teaches. Personally, I've never been taught to be a man. But that's the reality, which school I've never seen. So most of what we do is through observation. Most of what people exhibit is through observation. It's through what the society tells them to do. You see, there's no manual for masculinity. There's no manual for how a man should behave. So at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, and for me as a social scientist, I'll tell you this: just observe children. When look at children between the ages of 2 to 4, when they are playing, the boy will not exhibit masculine characters. The girl may not necessarily exhibit feminine characters unless they have observed from their parents. But at the end of the day, they interact as equals. You see. So one thing I would say, ladies should not be having this expectation that you're a man. You have to. There's no school that teaches people to be men or women. You see. There are natural things that come with your gender. You see, like for example, when you take a 3-year-old kid to the supermarket, let's say you take a boy and a girl. A girl will go for a doll. A boy will go for cars. He'll go for guns. He'll go for balls. You see, that is natural. You see, you take them there and ask them, pick what you want. You'll rarely see a boy going for a doll. But you see, females have that natural ability in them for that they look at things and they want to nurture things. That's why a girl will go for a doll. You find them the dolls, they'll play, they'll carry the dolls, they'll pamper the dolls and so on. But you rarely see a boy going for that. You see, that is natural. But the idea that you're a man, so I expect you to do this. It's I think people have to unlearn that. One thing people have never taken time to critically think about some things in life, and that's why it's very important for people to be open-minded, to be ready to learn and relearn. You see, so it's very important for people to know that there's no school that teaches people how to be a man, a husband, a wife, and that's why you should craft your thing. Don't live simply because you saw people doing it. Okay, there are some things you can borrow, there are some good things you can borrow, you can emulate. It's nice, let me embrace this. But you can't just say that you're a man, you should behave this way. There's no manual. Actually, I've never seen.
But I think when we are growing, sometimes our parents do tell us, I mean, you're a girl, you should be doing this. You're a girl, you come stay with me in the kitchen. You're a girl, you won't be staying with me forever. This is what you'll be doing at your place. So we grow up knowing this is not our home. We will be getting out, and once we are out there, this is what you're supposed to do. Same to you, when a kid is growing, maybe when he gets into a fight out there, he comes back to the house crying. The dad will be like, when a person beats you, beat them back. Like you are a man. You don't have to cry. Girls cry, men don't cry. But in a real sense, of course, you do cry. We are all human. The pain is the same. There's no great pain and small pain. But again, I think growing up, parents should at least put themselves in that space to explain or make their kids know, being a man, this is what you should do, this is what you can do, and this is what you should do. This is how you should address people. This is what you can do, as in when you are with a woman. You're not supposed to let a woman maybe be on top of you in anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you.
Maybe the Africanity part of it, a man should always be at the top. So you shouldn't be feeling shy. You shouldn't be feeling shy on a first date, and I'm very okay. Yeah.
For me, I would say it's very okay to feel shy, but you can try to encourage yourself.
You can try to be a man.
Encourage yourself.
No, try to be a man.
No, at the end of the day, no. At the end of the day, I'd say there's no definition of a man. There's no crystal clear definition of a man. So I would say, life is very simple. Sometimes we complicate life. You see. Yeah. Because besides, at the end of the day, who said it's a must we go to be in relationship? It's not a must, you see.
Yeah.
So most of the time, we tend to do things because we take things as sometimes it's a rite of passage, you have to do this. And that's why most of the time, people get so bad and, experiences with relationships and so on. It's because, it's very crucial for people to be intentional with what they are doing, you see. So, I agree with you, as a man you have to be strong and stuff, but let us also give them room for being humans. Most of the time, the expectations of a man are beyond, sometimes they're beyond human capacity. Because even when this male was born, the first thing that the doctors check, is he crying? He has to cry, you see. Yeah. So is that they don't check, once a lady gives birth, they first check the gender. I've never seen doctors say that he's a man. You don't need to confirm if he can cry or not. He's a human being. We have to confirm if he's okay, you see. Yeah. So at the end of the day, let us have, let us have the basic expectation of a man. We have the basic, let us not overdo things. Let us just have the basic expectation is you can ground them on things like morals, and most of these things are universal, you see. Like they apply to both male and female. Morals, you see. Talk nicely to your lady and so on and so on. Maybe what the society can do, or maybe parents can do, maybe enlighten the boy or the girl how they should teach each other based on their nature. For example, and that is very correct. For example, ladies, one thing, ladies are emotional. You see. So if a man is told, ensure you handle the emotions of a woman very well, talk to her nicely and so on, that at least makes sense, you see, because it's something that is sensitive. But you can't just tell a man you can't cry. There's a time I was watching some podcast and there was this woman who said, there are two women talking.
Okay.
Then one was like, as a man, you're supposed, okay, you're allowed to cry, but you're not supposed to be crying every day. For me, I would say, if as a woman you find maybe a man is crying, then you're like, maybe pampering for the first day, then the second day you still find him crying. You're like, you're a man, why do you keep on crying every day? For me, I think that should be the wrong move, because you're also a human. You see, in every woman, there's a child in that woman. In every man, there's also a child in that man. You see, women have masculine and feminine energy. So that now the huge percent of their nature is feminine. Also, men have the masculine and feminine energy in them.
Okay.
You see, so, and that's why if you find your man, for example, crying, just
it sounds funny. And my man crying.
Imagine it makes sense.
But
you see, let me tell you one thing. Yeah. It may not be okay. I know it's kind of funny, but still, for now that most men have been socialized not to showcase their emotions and so on. But if you indeed find that man crying, just let him cry, because it means that feeling is so overwhelming, you see. So the best way for you to, as a woman, if you don't want your man to cry for so long, just affirm him. Don't speak to him that you're a man. Which kind of a man is this crying day in there? Just affirm him, talk to him nicely. Then until tell him, I know you're strong, I know you'll manage, I know you'll get out of this very soon, I know you're capable. He'll become strong. But when you come, you silly brat, ever crying like a baby, that's not so good.
Maybe, in short, you're trying to say people should just understand. I mean, we are human. We are all blood and flesh.
Yes.
When it's pain, it's pain.
Yes.
A pain of a man is a pain of a woman.
Thank you.
We all feel,
and vice versa.
Yeah, we can all feel anxious. We can all feel stressed.
Yes.
And all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's a fair ground, you see. Yeah. So I think our time is how much gone. I don't know how much time we've spent. We don't have to keep the video so long.
56 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, so we don't keep to make the video so long. So otherwise, thank you for watching. For those listening, thank you for listening. Comment there. You can give us more about your experiences. Tell us maybe you had some particular talking stage and this happened, and you saw it as a red flag or as a clear indication that.
Personally, I would like you women to maybe tell me in the comment section if your men cry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Personally, I cry. As I thank for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. See you in the next video.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.